here, splash of ink. Perfect, nah, we don't think. Cards and crafts, we do our best. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Hey! Hop on board, don't second guess. It's Jess's crafty Hot Mess Express. Glue and glitter, laughs and stress, making magic in the mess. Snip, snip here, splash of ink. Perfect, nah, we don't think. Cards and crafts, we do our best. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Hey! Hop on board, don't second guess. It's Jess's crafty Hot Mess Express. Glue and glitter, laughs and stress, making magic in the mess. Snip, snip here, splash of ink. Perfect, nah, we don't think. Cards and crafts, we do our best. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Hey! Hop on board, don't second guess. It's Jess's crafty Hot Mess Express. Glue and glitter, laughs and stress, making magic in the mess. Snip, snip here, splash of ink. Perfect, nah, we don't think. Cards and crafts, we do our best. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Hey! Hop on board, don't second guess. It's Jess's crafty Hot Mess Express. Glue and glitter, laughs and stress, making magic in the mess. Snip, snip here, splash of ink. Perfect, nah, we don't think. Cards and crafts, we do our best. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Hey!
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I'm just getting set up here. How are you? I can see we're already popping on. Give me a shout out when you get here. Can everybody hear me? I believe we can. Okay. Because it's transcribing. We got it. Okay. Hey, Mom. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Martha. Hi, Tammy. You guys are on it. Are you excited about our project tonight? Let me show it to you. Okay, so it's a gift box with a decorative tag. You open it up. Now, I put as an afterthought some magnets, and it's on the outside of the paper, so you know, not perfect, but pretty darn good. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Super easy to make. I had to figure out a few things. Now, full disclosure, I did not design this, okay? This is someone else's design. Quite a few videos on YouTube and instructions and things you can find. And so I did not change the name of the box. I left it so that you could search that up if you're curious to see other designs or how other people do it, because we all we all learn a little bit differently. So my method might not make sense to you as much as someone else's, or vice versa. But what I did was I gathered, I found a box I liked, and then I looked at different examples, and then I did my own version of it, which is pretty much the same. I just tweaked a couple things. So we're going to do that tonight. So say hello. And I'm so sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. If you're new here, hello, my name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things paper crafts. So, and if you're joining me from YouTube, welcome. I'm so excited you are here. Our little community over there is growing. Now, basically, I just upload my Facebook Lives to my YouTube channel so that you will always be able to find that resource, because Facebook only keeps these lives for about 30 days and then they delete them. So if you're not following me on YouTube, it's Jessie's Cards and Crafts 49. If you can't find me on YouTube, just send me a message and I'll send you a link. Okay. So this is going to be, I don't think it'll be too long. I've pre-done some stuff, but we're definitely going to be working on it for a hot minute. So I want to jump right in. So say hello to everybody as they get on. First, I'm going to go to the sketch. And this is basically, so if you're watching this from YouTube, you can screenshot this now so that you have it, or go to my Facebook page and save it from there. Okay? All right. Now we're on to the mat. So I printed this out basically just to show you that you could, these print out beautifully. Save it as an image in your photo gallery and then just print it. That's how you do it. So I'll give you a close up. Sorry, I'm getting myself. So there's the top of the box. I did a flower. And then you can see down in it. Here's the front view. And like I said, I have to glue. These magnets are super strong and they like to stick to each other like that. But there you go. Opens up. And when we do it tonight, I am going to use the magnets, but I will put them under the paper. But you really don't have to. It's just, I like it to be secure. So that's the whole thing there. So we are going to start with our cutting mat, and I flip mine so the 6-inch side is facing me. How do you guys do it? Do you have the 6-inch side facing you, or do you do the other, you know, so that Stampin' Up! Logo is straight? Either way is right, honestly. Sorry, this is a bigger project, so I gotta make room. Okay, so for the body, we're going to need a piece of cardstock, and you're going to cut it. Basically, you're just going to trim it a little bit. So you're going to trim it a 1/4 of an inch off the side, the long side, the 11-inch side. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. This way. 1/4 of an inch off the short side, making it 8. I don't know where my brain is today, guys. This is ridiculous. I'm looking at it. Oh, let me just slow down. 10 3/4 of an inch by 8. Okay, so 8 across. The long ways is 10 3/4. Trim it. We all know how to do that. I'm going to move on so I don't get tongue twisted. And then we have to do a bunch of scoring. So first you want to score, for this one, you just want to score it on the long side, so the 10 3/4. And you're going to score it at 1 1/2. 3. So basically 1.5 inches each line, and you go down your project. I added 1/4 of an inch. Now let me explain why. Okay, 6 inches. Because every time I did about 5 of these bases, and every single time I did it, I was 1/4 of an inch too short on my front panel. And I don't know why, but every single time consistently. So I added 1/4 of an inch to account for that. And we're going to see tonight, because I haven't done it yet, if it's too large or if it's perfect. I have a feeling it's going to be perfect. So that was my first change that I did to this design. So you have one panel that's 1 3/4. That's going to be your overlap. okay? So we can get this out of the way for a minute, but we'll definitely be bringing it back in. Now you're just going to want to valley fold and crease it down well with your bone folder. While I'm doing that, let me catch up. Hey, Martha. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome in. How is everybody doing? Did you have a good week? Are you happy it's Friday? What's your weather like there? We are muggy here. We never get muggy, okay? It is yucky. Well, we're in monsoon season, so I guess that's not true. We do get muggy, but we had little sprinkles throughout the valley. It's been cloudy, which, does my little gloomy heart look good. But it is hot and steamy. Disgusting. All right, here we go. We did that, and you can already see that it comes together into that hexagon shape. Perfect. Very simple. The next step I'm going to do is you are going to cut your designer series paper, and we're going to go ahead and decorate the panels. And you're going to want to do this front and back. So we have a lot of chit chat room here because it's going to take me a hot minute. The one video I watched, she pre-did this part and just like told you the measurements. But, this is our time to hang out. So I figured, why not? Why not just sit here and talk? What are you guys doing? Are you having your dinner? Are you just hanging out? Hold on. It's not. Okay, so I'm using this, what would you call that? Just patterned paper, I guess. First. And we may want to add 1/4 of an inch to this. I may have to cut another piece. Or I'll just racing stripe it in the middle, maybe. I don't know. We don't know until we know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing stripes for the middle ones. And then the pattern on the outside. So Mom and I went to B&B today, which is breakfast and bingo. We did not win at bingo, but I did win at slots a little bit. Came out ahead, which is always nice. We had a great day. I have not been doing well at bingo. Now, bingo, ooh, I only play paper, and it's for everything I get, it's $23, which I look at, if I was to go to the movie, it would cost more than that to get my ticket and popcorn or whatever. You know what I mean? So an hour of entertainment, even if you don't win, it's fun. But I've won in the past. I've won quite a bit, but lately I am just on a losing streak. So, what are you going to do? I look at it like casino karma. You know what I mean? Like you got to pay the casino gods and then they pay you back. Apparently, I'm giving homage to them right now. What are you going to do? So we just put these on. Now, the great thing about this is you can use any paper you would like, any designs, any patterns, do Christmas, do holidays, do whatever you want, really. Okay, so let me figure this out. I think I'm just going to center it and call it a day. This is my little experiment. So if it's too big, I'll adjust. I'll adjust the measurements on the thing. But I just got tired of that overlap. It was like, is it me? I don't know. I'm doing it right. I'm following all the directions. But you know. Oh, I put that wrong. Why didn't anyone tell me? I don't know what is up with my brain lately. I just have too much going on. And I want to mention I posted that sketch last night and I woke up and I had a couple hundred followers, new followers. So I want to say thank you. If you are new here, welcome. Um, Thank you for following. It helps me out so much. And in the last less than 24 hours, we've grown by about 300 besties, which is insane. And I appreciate I just feel like we hit 5,000 like 2 weeks ago. It's been a little bit longer than that, but not that much. So it kind of blows the mind. And I've had people message me and say, how can I want to, I don't really know even what they're asking to support me. They'll say, I want to support you. I think what you're doing is great. And I appreciate that you're just, you know, posting it for everybody and stuff like that. So, um, I started a subscription service where I'm just getting off the ground and I'm trying to pick my besties' brains. Like, what do you guys want to see? So, we have extra card challenges over there. We have sketches just for subscribers that I put up there. We're going to be doing exclusive lives just for subscribers. Um, Special games. Sometimes I do giveaways and we're just getting started. So if you're interested in extra content, more sketches, more card making fun, or you just want to support this girl right here, head on over. It's $2.99 a month and try it. You can cancel anytime, you know what I mean? But the more subscribers we get, the bigger our community, the bigger things that I can do, right? So it's pretty exciting. And those of you who are subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And we are just getting started. Okay, so here we go. This is what we should look like at this point. And I'm not mad at like the extra wide. Let's do this. See what I mean? I think I'm going to do it like that. Oh my goodness. The one thing I did not do again was put the stupid, we're going to try it without the magnets. But if you like extra hold, you want it really firm, just pop your magnets underneath your designer series paper and then it'll click shut. Okay? So I'm going to set this to the side for just a minute. And we're going to work on our 5 trays. Now I've done 4 of them already. And these are super simple. This is the part that I think intimidates people. And you don't need to be nervous about it because I'm going to show you exactly how to do them perfectly every time. And you won't have to worry about if they're wonky, your box is not going to line up correctly. So it is important that you get your boxes straight and all that, but I know how to do it and I'm going to teach you and you're going to be successful the first time. So the first thing you need are 5 strips of cardstock at 11 inches by, oh wait, that's for the lid. I'm sorry. Let me go back. For the boxes, you need a piece that is, let me grab my sketch because I already pre-did this one. 9.5 by 3. Okay, I add an extra 1/4 of an inch up here, and I'll explain that in a minute. You're going to follow the diagram. Okay, so first you're going to score on the long side, and you're going to want to do that at 1.5 inches, 3 inches, 4.5, 6. I swing the arm. 7.5 and 9. Okay, very easy. Sorry, I wasn't in frame, but it's the same measurements, same scores as this right here. So you're already familiar with it. Okay, then you're going to turn it on its side, and you're going to score it at half, in half at 1.5. Okay, so that's how we get to here, but I feel like it's going to be very easy to follow this because I made you a diagram, and I even am showing you where to cut with the red arrows. So when you're holding your paper, you want to make sure that the tab, the short little boxes, are to the right, and then you're going to cut away the bottom where the 2 X's are, the 2 red X's, and you're just gonna kind of trim off the corners on that top tab. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Get this out of the way. And grab my scissors. So you're going to cut on the score lines up to your cross score line, because we're creating the tabs and the panels to create the box. And you don't really want to go over your middle score line. Just take it right up to it, okay? And this one. And then this last one, we're just going to trim that away. And then these, what do they call that? Mitering the corners, maybe? You just want to do that so it doesn't stick out at a weird point. That's all. Okay. So now we're going to take this, and you're just going to, it doesn't matter what panel, but just fold it in on one of the score lines so you have that tab facing up, and you're going to take your liquid glue and you're going to put it on your little tab. Okay, now I like to work with liquid glue on this project. Even though you have to hold it and let it dry for a little bit, you want wiggle room so that you can make sure all your stuff is straight. Okay, so I suggest liquid glue, but you do you. Okay, so you fold it over on itself on that tab. Make sure that your paper is lined up straight. See how that's pretty straight? And you're making the box. Because the tab is on the score line, it's going to bend, and that gives you your box. Now that is definitely not a hexagon, but don't worry, we're going to fix it. Okay, now what I did, I fold the 2 side tabs outward, and then these middle ones we're going to work with first. Okay, now let me show you on the sketch. That's what that picture is. It's this piece, the box flipped upside down, 2 tabs on each side flipped out, and then the middle tabs we're going to work with first, and it's whichever ones you choose to be middle, okay? You're just going to put a little bit of glue on one tab like this. Then you're going to take the other tab and you're going to lay it over top, making sure that you hold your fingers on the side and that the two panels are straight and glued on top of each other. Can you see that? There you go. So, and I'm actually not straight. That is the most important part when creating this box. You want these straight on each other. And you can see now this part will adjust, but these are straight, should be straight. And this is the annoying part. You got to sit here and let it dry for a second. Flip it upside down and put this on here. And that way I can do other things while it's drying, just for a second. Let me see. I'll just catch up real quick while we wait. Well, I'm so happy you found me, Patricia. Welcome in. So PDFs. I have not done PDF form yet. I post them on my feed. If you save it as an image, so you just hold the picture and it'll say, do you want to save to pictures? You can print it from your pictures and it will, this was printed from my photo gallery, printed perfectly. However, I'm going to caveat that by saying I'm working on converting these things into PDFs and I'm figuring out that portion. So stick with me. Eventually, I will have those for you. Okay? All right. So let's go back to this. Now, next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the next section. If I were just to glue these down, you see how they're not straight, they're not lining up. If you glue them down like that, you will not have a perfect hexagon. So you need to shimmy them, and just like we did with the first one, hold them straight, pinch the sides so that they are straight. That's going to force your box into the shape that you need it, okay? And what I like to do for this is I put my glue on the inside of these tabs. Like that. Then I lay one down, I lay the other, I make sure they're straight and hold them in place, okay? And if you do this, if you take the time and line up your bottom tabs, every single hexagon, as long as you did your scoring correct, are going to be the right shape, the right size, and your box will work perfectly every time, okay? You have the Jessie Terrian guarantee on that. Now, if you make a mistake and you don't score it right, don't hold me responsible. I can't be held responsible for that. All right. And there you go. So we have them down. Now I'm just going to pinch that with my fingers while they're setting. The glue is drying. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my little, pretties on. Like this. So what is everybody doing this weekend? What is up? What is happening? Any good news to share? Any fun things you're going to do? I am going to be working in my craft room. So, subscriber besties, I will, when I'm working at my desk, I'm probably going to turn the camera on and go live a couple times this weekend, just see who's on. So just keep an eye out. I don't have times yet, but I'm just trying it. We're going to see how you guys like it. That way we can chit chat while we're crafting. You can just bring what you're working on. I'll show you some stuff I'm working on, you know. Might be cool. So all you have to do is put 5 pieces of design paper on your panels, because one of those panels will be glued to your wrap. Okay, so 25 cut 1¼ inch square panels for all those. So these are done. Now we're going to do the lid next. Yep, that was annoying. I love this glue bottle with the little pin, and I use it because it gives me more control. But at the same time, it's hard to get the pin in sometimes. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, just so you can see it. We're going to do the lid. It's 11 inches by 3¼ but it's still done basically the same way as your boxes. So you're going to go alongside, and you're going to go at 1 3/4, 3½. So it's every 1 3/4 on this one. 5¼ Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I do this and then I fight myself. Does anyone else do that? I also do this with GPS. It's like turn right, turn right. And I'm like, no, I think I should go left. And I get lost. Don't ask. We don't know why I am the way I am. I just am. 7 inches, 8 3/4, and 10½. On this one. Now, we're going to go long ways at 1.5 inches. And I know you're like, that's not in the middle. I know, besties. But I wanted to make the lid larger. And when I did that, it was like the panels were touching like this. They weren't doing this. And so I had to make the top tabs, we'll call them, a little bit longer. So there's a method to my madness. When you are cutting this, the longer side, so the 1 3/4 inch box sides, is the ones that you need to cut the tabs on. Okay, so make sure that's on the bottom. And you're going to do the same thing we just did with the boxes. If you do the boxes first, you'll be real familiar with this, and you probably won't even think about it for the lid. Okay, then we're going to cut off that piece again. And I'll show you the sketch in just one sec. And then we're just going to trim off a little bit of the corners. Okay. Okay, so again, lay it flat, fold it over. You're going to put your liquid glue on that little tab. I like to fold mine down and the box over it so that I can make sure that the edge is straight. All right. Give that a second. Good, Sherry. Then you can sign on and hang out with me. We can craft together. Okay. So now, same thing. Oh, yeah, I said I would show you that. Hold on. Same thing. Measurements, everything's lined out for you. And I did notice when I did this in my brain, there was a tab on the front. It looks a little wonky here, and I will fix that and repost the sketch. I mean, it'll be right where it is now, so you don't have to do anything. But I did notice the measurements are right. It's just the scoring picture is a little bit not in the right spot. So don't judge me. It's hard making stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue. And then it's all wonky. Don't worry about that. Just worry about making sure this part is straight. And I get impatient and I start doing the other parts and then it pops open. So don't be like me. Be patient. You can use your table surface. Just make sure it's straight. It's so wonky. Okay. All right. So my husband was walking up the stairs the other day and he said it was the weirdest thing. He was turning off lights, getting ready to come up for bed, and he heard someone on the stairs behind him and he thought it was our cat. And he turned around to say, Kirby, come on, whatever he said. And Kirby was down the hallway by the craft room and was like, meow, because he heard his name. Scared the bejesus out of James. He ran upstairs. Kirby just heard his name and he meowed. He helps me out so much. That's just the cat is very talkative. Anyway, so it kind of, you know what, guys, that's not right. Anyway, it kind of spooked him a little bit, and he's like, you better figure out who's here. Get rid of them. So I might be doing some ghost hunting tonight. You never know. Just see who's in the house. We do have a lot of weather. Okay. See, I had pulled it too tight, and had I tried to make that box, it would not have been straight. So you want them to naturally fold in on themselves. You don't want to place them like I did. You don't want to squeeze it because it's paper. It's going to move. You only, yes, Kirby, I hear you. I said your name. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear him? Probably not with the noise canceling of the camera, but you're okay. That's so sad. It's like, Mama, I heard your name. I heard my name. Okay. There we go. I knew we'd get there in the end. Now again, same procedure. It's hard for me to talk and do this at the same time. When you have to concentrate a little bit, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not hard, but at the same time, I don't think I could walk and chew gum either. They don't call me a hot mess for nothing. Okay. My next point being, if I could do this, anybody can do this. Trust me. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to set this to the side and let it dry. And then we're going to move on. Oh no, I need that. We're going to move on to the placement of our boxes. This is the last crucial step in making this, I would say. So you're going to want to put glue on your panel without paper. Okay. Be generous with it. Now, start with the second panel in. You're going to want to go to the bottom of that panel, turn it where it's comfortable for you. And you're going to glue your first box flush to the panel and the bottom edge, okay? You can flip it up, use the table to make sure it's in place flush. And as you're doing that, curl in panel number 1 to make sure that the corner of your box is nestled in that score line, okay? So from top view, that's what you're supposed to look like. All right? Now, I'm going to repeat the process, but every time you do it, you're going to move one over. You're going to nest the next box on the top of the box before it, right? Like this. And then as you're doing it, to kind of slide it in place, keep checking your work. Make sure it's lined up, okay? So see how easy this is coming together? It looks hard, it looks impressive, but it is so easy. And we're applying things that we do when we make fun fold cards to this 3D project. So going to the third panel, placing this box above the first one, make sure you have some clearance because it's got to move, right? Like that, and then check your work. There we go. And just kind of eyeball it, make sure it's straight, not crooked. You know what I mean, right? All right, here we go. And line it up. Check your work. Make sure it's straight. This one's a little bit. And that's why you want the liquid glue, so you have a little bit of wiggle room when you do it. And trust me, guys, if I can do this, anyone can do this. All right. And you move one over. Make sure you have some clearance. Look straight. Check your work. And no matter how many inches or extra quarter of an inch that I added on there, it's still a little bit, isn't that funny? I don't know. But at least I know I didn't steer you wrong on it. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. I appreciate you. Okay, and the last one, make sure it's flush with the top. Check your work. Yay! Twist it in a little bit. There we go. Yay! All right, now I have some leaves and stuff for the top. Let's make sure this fits. Okay, so see, it's gonna hold it. It's just no matter what I do, I always have a little bit of an overlap. If that drives you crazy, maybe leave your panels plain. Don't put the DSP so it'll just be cardstock there. I don't know. I'm not mad at it. I just don't know. If I put the magnets, it would hold it tight, and I guess I could cover it. So just depends on what you're going for. Let's put it that way. Well, I'm going to put this over here, let that glue set up. We'll work on our front and then we'll do our tag. But this is the easy part, right? This is the decorating and stuff like that. So what do you guys think? Do you think um, that you would make this? Let's see. You'll need help. Well, Martha, I'll help you. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you, it's easy. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. Welcome. Is your name Sinead? Is that right? Welcome first time. Good. I'm glad. Well, I want to see it when you do, okay? I want to see it because I know yours is going to be phenomenal. I believe I've seen I follow you, right? I follow you. I saw your page. You're pretty good. Mm-hmm. Very good. So, okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I have a gift of figuring things out, and I guess teaching would be my thing, but I'm okay. I do all right. Okay. So I'm just kind of, you know how I do just giving it a little lift, and we're going to layer it, just glue it down. And you could cover this with a piece of DSP first. You could do all kinds of stuff. I just doing it simple. Let's see. I like a lot of layers. There we go. Okay. I cut extra. You never know how many you're going to need. We'll put some leaves. But think how cute this would be. What would you put in your boxes? A lot of people said chocolate. I'm a chocolate girly. I'd be down for that. Sherry said jewelry. I'm way down for that. Make it diamonds. Um, you could do any little trinkets or, like for teachers, you could do like office supplies would be really cute. And I thought about it. I don't have any. Hold on. I think I do have a little bit. Okay. I have the all a flutter punch and stamp set, and I'm just gonna stamp out some I am so into butterflies lately. If it stays still, but I kind of wanted to like, I don't know. Would that be weird looking? Let's try it. Let's just try it. If it looks weird, we won't talk about it. Okay? We'll be like, Jessie's blood sugar is low. She didn't know what she was thinking. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stamp on it. This would look really pretty with that pearlized paper. Do we love that? I don't know if I love that. Let's try it. See, I would use the pearlized paper, but it's the same color, so that would be weird. What else do I have around here? The polka dots? Maybe the polka dots. I have some paper here. Why not? I mean, we're here, right? Okay, I'm digging that. Digging it. We'll go with that. Although the rainbows are cute. Okay. Thing I like about this is I'm a girl who likes to be efficient and get things done quickly. I think it's my ADHD. And I love the fact that this will cut out and stamp 3 at a time. Boom. There we go. Fly away, be free. All right. So I have some, we'll use the same outfit here. Why not? My goodness. What is this? Swinging by to say hi. Something like that. That's what we're gonna do. And put my fingers in the ink. No. Okay, teachable moment for my newbies. If you don't want that ink all over the place on your project, do not stamp when it looks like that. If you over ink, it's okay. It happens. All of us, I'm going fast, I'm using too much pressure, whatever it is, that's going to create a mess on my project. Take the time to re-ink. If you have ink where you don't want it, you're going to get it where you don't want it. Okay? So light pressure, tap, 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 kiss it, light, right? Now I'm going to put it to the side so I can put my butterfly on there. Okay? These are things that everybody, if you're starting out, you're going to do that. You're going to smash it in there. You're going to do a little bit of CPR stamping. You know what I mean? Like, no, light pressure. It's designed to pick up. The stamps are designed for this, to pick up the ink. The pads are designed to give the ink. So you don't need pressure. Likewise, when you're stamping, you don't need to crush your stamp into the paper to get it to leave an imprint. So little light pressure, rest it on there. Put your hands away if you're heavy-handed, you know. I'm gonna do these too. I keep looking at them like maybe they would work. I don't know. Look how cute that is. I love it. Put that there. Let that dry for a sec. And let me grab some gems. And my pick. Oh God. Let's put a white one in there. The devil is in the details. You want your projects to pop. Give them a little extra love. Put a little one. And I just grabbed what was over there. I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just do what you do. There we go. So we'll bring that color in, and I just want to kind of tuck a butterfly on top. Now, if you wanted this to be a more masculine box, just choose different paper and do something different on the top, or leave the top plain, you know? So we're just gonna set that on there. So that's how the top came out. And now we're going to adhere this to the front. So that's straight. No. All right, friends. There we go. There is the front. We have one butterfly left. I think I'm just going to stick it on there. Do I want it here? Yeah. There we go. What do you think? Now we're going to have the big reveal. Let me get my stuff out of the way. Okay, ready? Take that. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! It worked. And there you go. Our little, what do they call those? Spiral staircase. All right, let me flip up. There we go. Oh, guys, that only took us an hour. Not bad at all. With me yakking my jaws. I think I am the wrong way. Here we go. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Welcome, my friend. I will definitely go back and read through the comments and answer. Hey, Pam. Aubrey, Kinsley, Liam, I see you. No. Hello. It brings me back to Romper Room when they never called my name. She always had that magic mirror and I waited every day. I know, I talk about it a lot. I want to make sure you know I see you. Absolutely. So, guys, when you make this, I want to see it, okay? Yours is going to look completely different than mine. I would love to see what you use for your flowers, for your paper, whatever you got going on. And that's what I have for us this week. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the comments. Mwah.